Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here in the Latiners Network, ready to go over all the shows, documentaries, films released on streaming over the past week, give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be, and of course at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out so you too can create your very own watch list. Given the fact that it's right near the end of the year, not a whole lot of stuff coming out, we're going to give you all the releases for the remaining of this month and this year, for that matter, 2025. Before all that, let's introduce the co-host, Senor Jaime, aka Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What it shall be is Colombia, Portugal, Hard Rock. Let's go. I got a few thousand lying around doing
For
nothing.
mere $20-some hundred, you too can go see a World Cup game down here in Miami.
Jesus fucking
Look under your
Christ.
couch for that change, and maybe you find yourself that much time. I don't know. That said,
I'll be at the
not,
bar.
if you don't have that kind of cash, there's a lot of stuff to watch on streaming. So yeah, that's for sure. I'll be June of next year.
Yeah, it starts June next year. Yes, that's correct.
That's what I thought. So like I said, we're gonna go over at the end, let you know what's coming out the rest of the year. It's not a whole lot. There's some big shows, of course, but not a lot.
Listen, continue. Yeah, it was one big show, really. I mean, let's be
there's
honest.
There's two shows coming out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. But yeah, next week. That's right. Yes.
You got
That's
stuff.
true. That's true.
Well, maybe even three. Oh, whatever. Either way, not a lot. So we'll get to that in a minute. But let's see what did come out, Chewy. It was worth watching, and starting first on Netflix. Again, not a big week. I think 24 shows.
Netflix / HBO. I'm just kidding.
HBO, that's true. Well, not official, but they're
I mean,
talks. Well,
no, they're beyond talks. They selected Netflix.
well, no, they're
now.
selected, but I mean,
Will
they can
the
still,
deal actually go
right,
through
of
regulators and the Trump
course.
administration without their hand out? I'm sure they'll give a little something. They'll say, "Oh yes. No cash, no play."
Everyone gets a taste. We know how this works, but it'll be a couple of years. But yes, it will be in HBO.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing,
Netflix,
honestly.
HBO.
I don't know what they're buying. Whatever.
Um,
I mean, they're buying, HBO Max, right? Or whatever, the streaming, right? At the end of it.
what they're buying the properties, it's IPs, right? So
Well, yeah. I
the
mean,
Game of Thrones of the world, which is a big property. Then that show's continuing.
hey man,
on.
can we get a Game of Thrones reboot done right? I don't know.
Maybe they do it right. Who knows, right? But we got so we got two Game of Thrones shows by the time next year starts rolling around.
True.
Harry Potter. That's a big franchise.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
So that show's still coming out. All of DC. So it's a lot of stuff to mine there. We can get the studio. I mean, whatever. Listen, if they can combine this to one stream and save with some money, I'm all for it. As far as I'm concerned, why have two when you can have one? So that's what I'm saying. That's what.
Whatever.
A couple of years from now, but that said, I'm sure that will be in the news from the next couple of years. But again, focusing on this week, we'll start with Netflix, proud owners maybe of HBO. Show called Playing Gracie Darling, an Australian show, if you will, kind of a mystery, supernatural-ish kind of show, something like that. I don't know. I guess.
I mean,
well, it's built that way.
It builds it, but it really isn't. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, just because there's a Ouija board and people see things doesn't make it a supernatural show. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. So I guess this follows. I guess he's a social worker who, as a teenagers who are playing this kind of Ouija game, weird game. One of the girls ends up disappearing, and 30 years later, another girl in the same family disappears who was also playing the same game, who's now named after, of course, the person who disappeared, and that's Grace Darling. And there's a mystery there of what happened, and et cetera, et cetera. I was hoping for that supernatural element, and it was kind of teased it. It's not really, and honestly, I didn't quite enjoy the show. It's just kind of paint by numbers, nothing special about it. The mystery's not that compelling. I did not like it. Chewy?
No, it's a pass. I mean, I was expecting better. I've seen better Australian shows. This ain't one of them for whatever reason. I mean, it's not even meh because there's nothing interesting about it.
The supernatural element could have been cool, but that's not. Really
but it's
what
not
the show's
there.
about.
It's just not there.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
exactly.
So no, I mean, there's better. Even though it's a light week, there's better stuff out there to watch.
No,
catch up on.
Yeah,
get ready for.
Exactly. For the big stuff.
Speaking of the big stuff, do you see the Boys trailer? Holy cow!
The Boys trailer that's coming out. You can watch the Boys trailer a few times if you want.
Yeah, man, that'd be more entertaining, man.
2 minutes long, but whatever. The next one here, we got a Colombian show. We got to support our brethren. This one here, Fugue State, 1986. This is based off real events. Of course, I'm sure I changed it for dramatization purposes, but there's based off a man who went cuckoo and shot, I guess in one day killed like 29, 30 people, most of them in a restaurant. He was after his last meal and gunned everybody down. So it tells his story, and the show really begins with that scene, right? So they don't waste any time. Boom, here it is, put you in place, and really now just kind of time jump some days before, weeks before the actual event, and of course days and weeks after the fact. Focus on his story, how he got to that point, and one of his friends, well, a young student who befriended him. I guess that's some things in common, and he was influenced by this guy, and has memory issues and blackouts, so he's not sure if he was even involved in what happened and all that. So it gets into that. 8 episodes, limited series, of course. Chew, your thoughts on this one?
I'm enjoying it. I mean, we weren't sure if this was a telenovela or an actual show. Well, not that telenovelas are actual shows, but they're dramatized, daytime TV, whatever. So we weren't sure. Once I saw it was 8 episodes. Okay, so no, this is a serious drama. And I think I came to that with the mindset of, and I think I've enjoyed the story. Right, it's not something we're familiar with. This is 1986, so quite a while ago. But fairly interesting as far as how they tell the story. And with this one, I guess call him kid, he's college age individual, but trying to piece all this together of, obviously we know the how, but the why. More interesting is the why aspect of it, and who this guy was and why he literally just, I don't know if went crazy or just was already crazy.
Unhinged, right?
Yeah, he probably more unhinged than anything else, right? Yeah.
Well, they do, because he's ex-military, was in Vietnam, fought for the U.S. Actually, went back to Colombia. That we learn later on, and PTSD is something that gets thrown around, particularly towards the end of the show, because I didn't get to finish this one. So yeah, obviously, and it's funny because he mentions the beginning of the show about Taxi Driver. And that's exactly what this character is, right? Right? A little bit over righteous, misguided kind of deal, right? But yeah, I guess I'm enjoying it, dude. I'm liking it. It's good. There's much about this, and it's kind of kooky and nuts, and these gun strategies have been going on. Anyone is not new. It's new now. Interesting arc, and I'm like it's coming on. You're right. I'm glad it wasn't. I don't know. I'm enjoying this one, so this is a good solid.
Even though I do enjoy a Colombian telenovela on Netflix once in a while.
That makes one of us.
Hey, relax, Mr. He's not the father, okay? Chill.
It's a nice, short, concise show. Next one, we go to Starz, and that's Spartacus, House of Ashur.
Ashur, yeah.
Not Ashur. Because the first season, I think it dropped 2 episodes, from what I understand. Of course, based off of Spartacus, because a spinoff or a remake or whatever the hell they want to call this, or whatever it is. I guess I don't have Starz. Chewy, floor is yours. What is this? Is it good? Is that good reviews?
This is a hard reboot, right? Okay. Because in the very first episode, obviously, if you're familiar with the Spartacus show on Starz, obviously dealt with the real person Spartacus, right? That rebelled against the Romans, was gladiator, right? Ultimately defeated. But this kind of takes that very end of that show, or one aspect of this particular character, and kind of talk about supernatural and Hades and whatnot, and give us a kind of like a what if, right? So if this guy didn't die, what would have happened? Put him in play there. So weird explanation of how this comes about, but it's very good, man. It's very graphic, dude. It's like, holy cow.
I heard, man, there's a lot of nudity and stuff, and a lot of violence.
Oh my god, nudity, blood. I mean, I would say if you're familiar with Gladiator, obviously we love a good sword and sandals.
True.
Gladiator is like RC Cola, and this is the Coca violence. I mean, wow. A lot of political maneuvering with this character. He's, right? I guess I'm very powerful, own gladiators and whatnot. That's how they rose to rank. Power within using this as an element to themselves and gain more and more power. So kind of explain that. We kind of saw that a little bit in that one show on Peacock, the Chariots one.
Oh, that's right.
I like that one actually. I mean, actually, I love any Roman dramas, right? I mean, I just you love this, love that era, right? But this is strictly focused on him and his gladiators, and it's man.
Yeah, so I guess I've heard good things. It's got some reviews and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got into
I
the
mean, like
movie
I said,
alone.
Starz doesn't put out much, but it's not it's very good. Like I said, Outlander's been on there forever. It's about to wrap up finally next year. And I think this is and they're known for kind of rebooting and doing redoing, beating these shows to
Back to the well.
iteration. So for
Okay.
me, and it's I'm really enjoying it.
Last one is on Netflix. Show by writer, director, I guess more writer, Kurt Sutter, who's no stranger to The
Mm.
Shield. Fantastic.
And
Sounds like Mayans is Mayans, but I don't know you enjoyed that show.
mm,
Yeah, that said,
that was like one season. The show it
right,
was
right.
okay.
But it's either way. So he's done stuff in the past. Netflix, Western now. Something
Mhm.
different, far departure from what we're used to here. We have Lena Headey herself.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
But like all the other Ratatouille
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or Gills from The
Yeah,
Voice.
yeah. That
Well,
time, but he's in there.
yeah, we have Illyrio from Game of Thrones,
That's right.
that guy.
That's right.
And we also have you probably recognize him from X-Men, or the original iteration, X-Men First Class.
Mm-hmm.
He played like Havoc.
Havoc.
Cyclops.
It was Havoc, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew Vaughn's iteration. So then, we got this big. We got Gillian Anderson, who's a very is out to gain, obtain land from all these families, including the Headley's family, who's made a big of an orphan, young she picked up and raised. Right? Need Headley, very religious, but a woman don't fuck around with her. That's for sure. And so she is fighting back with everything she can. It's not limited.
There's limit on that.
It's not limited.
Actually, there's also Sons of Anarchy character.
Yes, yeah, we got the hair. Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
and also Peggy Bundy's also in this, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, who was in Sons of Anarchy as well. Recycled.
No, it's interesting. I mean, I like it. If you like a good Western, you kind of know the lay of the land of how things progress, right? At least I was within cinema in the Old West, right? Agree versus people, but there's in some elements, understand between the two main characters. It's not just, I can't just not just about the land, right? But I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the pacing. And I've only 3 episodes in, so I'm just trying to see, come up with a final conclusion if this is worth it or not. But so far, so good.
Yeah, I've seen four. It's just solid. It's a solid Western show, right? And I get it. The women are great in this, right? Both Anderson and Hedy are just really good on this. It's got some decent action. The story's solid, nothing spectacular. Decent characters. I mean, is not on the level of his prior shows, Cut Sutter shows. No. But
No.
if you're into the Western kind of genre, this is a solid one on Netflix. Again, with 7 episodes, and it kind of picks up. Doesn't waste any time. It kind of gets right into it, and it kind of just
Oh yeah,
telling
yeah.
a story. So I'm enjoying it. So this is definitely a recommend, particularly more so now because there's a lot less to be watching. So that said, it's a good option if you're looking for something to put on. This is one for sure on that one. But that's it for this week. I said not a lot going on, but let's
No, light week, very light
light
week.
week, and we next week's actually a good week, and then after that it becomes kind of light in terms of just quantity. But yeah, let's talk about that. Starting, I believe, on the 10th. Will be Disney's Percy Jackson, the second season. Surprisingly good show. I really enjoyed that first season. I thought it was
But
one of the.
but I'm coming at it with a chip on my shoulder, dude. I
Oh,
wasted a whole day going to the goddamn San Diego Comic Con activation, wasting my kids' time, wasted a Sunday on that damn thing. All I got was a stupid water bottle out of it, and I'm like, really? And so this show better like this show better knock everything off of me, man, because I'm gonna be so pissed.
I get it, dude. I heard it's very good. I saw some early reviews on this, and they're really
All
enjoying it.
right, cool.
But this was one of the Disney's probably better shows. Doesn't say a whole lot, but it was a really good show. Let's be honest. But it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. So for
Yes.
sure, season 2, I'm looking forward to that one.
Very surprised.
Uh,
I think Daphne Keene is also starring this season,
oh, okay. Yeah.
aka X-23
23,
and
of course.
Jedi, whatever. Yeah. So
Good for her. She's eating. On the 10th, we have El Accidente, season 2, The Accent. It's a Spanish show, Colombian show, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while. I remember enjoying the first season. I know that I think there was a kid who went missing. One of the
this is
the
the one.
parents tried
No,
to
no.
find him.
Well, this is the one where there was there was a kid's birthday
It
party,
was an accident. The
right?
kid died, right?
And then
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
secure the bounce house.
yeah,
Uh, big wind came up. I think killed the kid. I'm not
yeah.
sure if it's one or multiple. And then there was a cover up,
Mm,
all that. So that's what. And so if kind
yeah.
of briefly kind of bring you back what this is about. Yeah, we like season one.
Season 1 was good, so season 2 coming out for those who are fans of the first season.
Mhm.
On the 11th, we have Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, animated series on Netflix, season 2. Another one. Netflix is good with these animated shows; they really do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kind of underrated. So I like the first season. It was good action, it was cool, entertaining. So I'm looking forward to the second season. On the
Better
12th,
in the
we got
movies, that's for sure.
yeah, clearly. On the 12th, we got a Wake Up Dead Man, a Nice Out story, the third of Ryan Johnson's, of course, kind of Agatha Christie-esque, with Detective Dubois. Of course, Daniel Craig. I saw this about a month ago.
Yeah, it came out in
So,
theaters and now it
come
come
on.
out on Netflix.
Well, it just came out. Well, I saw it way before then, but it was gonna come on theaters this week or something for like a week
Oh,
or
it was
something.
this week? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but I saw one of the art film festivals down here about a while ago. I'll put the link of my review on there. I won't say anything now, but I know
Mhm.
I like the first two. First one's really good. Second one's solid.
Actually, yeah,
Um,
if you never saw F1 in the theaters, it comes out on Apple this
yeah,
week as well.
F1. Yeah, that was really good. I like that one
Yeah,
as well. It's a really good movie.
I've been waiting for that one to
Um,
come out for free.
cheap ass cheap. He's begging for Max and Netflix to combine. But But yeah, that one comes out, of course. I'll put the link on this one so you guys check out the review, my thoughts on it before watching it. On the 12th, we got City of Shadows, again on Netflix. This was a Spanish show.
Mhm.
I guess as a detective, or I guess ex-detective, gets brought back in after there's somebody got murdered and hung from one of the, I guess, landmarks of Spain or whatever they're at. Interesting. Spanish shows usually do pretty well as well.
Yeah, we've
Um,
enjoyed a number of them.
yeah, exactly. We got for that only a couple of things only. The first one is The Manny, season 3. I didn't even see season 2. Wasn't a big fan of season 1. But if you were watching The Manny, then by all
This is a
means,
Mexican comedy,
it's a
so
Mexican
take it for what it's
well,
worth, dude.
comedy.
I've enjoyed it, right?
Using that term loosely, fair enough. But that's season 3 is coming out for those who
Yeah.
are fans of the show. And of course, one of the big ones is Fallout season 2 on Prime on the
Oh
17th.
yeah,
That's
hell
the
yeah.
one we're all waiting for. And big fan of the show. Huge surprise for that one coming out. Of course, Walter Goggins stealing the show as far as I'm concerned. But very excellent show for sure. Science fiction. On the 23rd, now we get around Christmas. Only a couple of things. First one is King of Collectibles, kind of reality show.
Yeah,
Kind of
man.
like
Season
season,
3.
season 3, I think, or 2, 3. I don't know. By the way, it's kind of like the Pawn
Yeah,
Stars of collectible paraphernalia,
yeah.
if you will.
Very, yeah,
But
yeah. This is actually a very enjoyable reality
it's a
show
fun
because
one.
I
It's
mean
a
they get
fun one.
into
Yeah. Yeah.
a hardcore pop culture, not only sports collectible, all kind everything that's
It's
collectible,
everything,
right?
exactly. It's not just sports collectibles. I mean, that's one of the big ones because that's as far as collectibles go,
Oh yeah, yeah.
some of
I
the most
mean,
valuable. But
rookie,
but there's other
Mickey
things out there.
Mantle,
Of
whatever,
course, Michael
but it
Jordan,
goes
rookie
beyond
card,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
signed jerseys, etc. But it's kind of a cool, fun show. And of course, who we're kidding? The big one is Stranger Things. It's volume 2. Of course, dropping the next 4 episodes, of course, and then I don't know.
Three episodes.
Oh, 3 episodes. I'm sorry, 3 episodes, and then of course on the 31st will be New Year's
The
Eve will
big
be the last
finale.
episode, a 2-hour finale, a little bit over 2 hours. I think that's also going to be in theaters. I heard it's sold out everywhere.
Oh, right?
Um,
Shit, no shit, man. Well,
yeah, that's what I understand. And then the week of New Year's. Talk about light. There's the Copenhagen Test. This is one by Simi Liu, of course, Shang-Chi, starring in this kind of a, kind of spy thriller, classic kind of that as
This
well.
on Peacock, I believe.
It's on Peacock, and I don't know if it's
Yes.
at Peacock. I couldn't find the poster for it, if you will, but there's and also one on the 30th. It wasn't available, and that's the haunting, not the haunting, the bad influence, evil influencer. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the Jill Hildenbrand story. Jodie Hildenbrand, who I guess I don't know too much about it, but I guess his son was an influencer YouTuber, and she abused him or something like that. So it's kind of a docu-film on that. There's been other
Yes.
documentaries on that on other networks, other streamers. But that's on the 30th as well. So not a lot. So again, we'll probably do another show to talk about next week's stuff next week. And we'll probably take a 2-week break and come back after the New Year's and all that. So, but that said, yeah, listen, not a whole lot. So I guess, we'll see you guys next
Oh,
week.
and you start your fantasy playoffs. What, this weekend? No, next weekend.
Next week I
Right?
got
15, 16, 17. Yeah.
I'm into the third one. I'm still waiting on is a kind of a crowded room in that
Okay.
in the Yahoo
Were
League.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very crowded. So